Welcome back, all you Fabricans and Fleshbags, to the super, not funny show reviews. And today we're reviewing the newest episode of Beavis and Butthead from Paramount Plus, and it's called Nice Butthead / Homemade. So, was it good? Was it bad? Or should you be watching? Well, we're moving along with the Beavis and Butthead season, and we, as I said before, it's sort of on probation with me. Last week's episode was pretty good, and so I sat down and watched this one, and I have to say, very mixed for me. When I say very mixed, I mean like literally, it's half and half. I thought half of the episode was excellent, half of it was terrible, and so let's get the terrible out of the way so I can end this on a high note. For some of you who think that all I care about is just hating on this show, no, that's not what I'm trying to do. Again, I remind you, I do want to like this show. This is one of my favorite shows from back in the day. I don't know why I have to underscore that to people, but I do actually want to like this show. But if the shit ain't good, it's just not good, and I will let you know. So let's talk about the stuff that wasn't good. The homemade part. So this is all about Smart Butthead and Beavis, and they looking at the multiverse, like because everything's multiverse nowadays, right? And looking at the multiverse, and in the multiverse, looking at Beavis and Butthead, who were teenagers in the '90s, and now they're like in their 40s, and I just saying, what's funny? I'm trying to figure out what's funny about this concept. I mean, yes, they're older and everything, but it's really just they're poor and slobby and just all around dirt bags, more or less. More butthead than anything else. He's big. He's had a heart attack. He's overweight and everything like that. No job, and they're out of money. So to get beer, because of course Beavis and Butthead sit around unemployed, smoking cigarettes and drinking beer and watching fucking TV. That's it. And so Beavis has to go to the unemployment office to get, as he says, to get money, like it's an ATM, but instead he gets sent on a job, and the job is to go back to be Butthead's home health aide, and the rest of it's just Butthead bullying Beavis in really unfunny ways, and it culminates in them going to the store and him running over Beavis repeatedly. It's just not funny to me. Like, sue me. It just isn't. It was just more like this isn't fun. It's not fun to watch. It's fun to watch stupid teenagers, but dumbass adults that are just being, awful to each other. I mean, it's like watching Shameless, but like with far less talented people and far less interesting, far less interesting lives. I mean, they're sad and pathetic. When they're teenagers, it's funny. Sad and pathetic when it's old. And even the whole, framing device of Smart Butthead and Beavis and everything like that, that wasn't even enough to make this more interesting. So I cannot recommend the second half of this episode, which is completely in contrast to the first half of the episode, Nice Butthead, which I thought was hilarious throughout. Start to finish, that half of the episode was hilarious. And it's about Butthead more or less continuing to be a problem, and so he gets prescribed these, I would say happy pills, but pills that basically calm him down and stop him being such an antisocial piece of crap to Beavis. And like, of course, he doesn't follow the instructions. He just because they're grape flavored, he just sits there and like chucks back a bunch of them, and it immediately turns him into a nice person, somebody who might actually, do something with themselves and their lives and everything. And to see the complete change where he's, respectful, and he cares about Beavis's feelings, and he values Beavis's friendship, and he wants to work hard in class and all because he's hopped up on these drugs. And it feels like a commentary on, Ritalin and all that other stuff. But the truth is that Butthead's a piece of shit normally, and this turned him into a nice, actually, good sort of person. And Beavis couldn't handle it because he wants the butthead who abuses him, and as we see in the second half of the show, eventually continues to do so for 25 odd years. Um, and so it ends with, Beavis basically forcing Butthead to, to spit up everything, and it changes him back to regular old Butthead. And yes, it, returns everything to that, but just all of it was just a funny. I guess the difference here is a joke that is good enough that it can be continuously told and then kind of reinterpreted or reframed in a way that is fun, is funny multiple times. It's the same joke, but it's just funny in different ways in different scenarios. And I just really enjoyed that. And, I thought that the riffing on the TV shows was pretty good. Just all around the first half of this, I absolutely, probably my favorite, honestly, my favorite part of Beavis and Butthead on this season so far. I just wish it was paired up with like an actually good second half. But it wasn't, so whatever. So I'll say I recommend this episode, but just understand and if you don't like old Beavis and Butthead, man, you are really not gonna like that second half. And I'm going on the record. I don't like old Beavis and Butthead. They aren't funny. They are just sad and kind of pathetic. And if they're just by themselves, like, they're not bouncing off anyone, they're not, interacting with anyone else. It's just kind of, painful and cringy to watch. So first half though, absolutely great. And this is worth the price of admission just for that. So anyway, that's my thoughts on this episode. What do you guys think about it? What do you guys think about what I had to say? Get down to the comment section, leave your thoughts there. And of course, you can always hit me up, supernotfunnyshow@gmail.com or at supernotfunnys1 on Twitter. We'll chop it up about this episode. And, leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. All that helps out on the YouTube algorithm. I greatly appreciate it. All right, all you Fabricans and Fleshbags, thanks for joining me. Come back next week. I'm going to review episode 6 of Beavis and Butthead. Until then, I've been Mo De Poupée, your resident fabricant and comment extraordinaire on all things pop culture. And I'll see you guys on the other side of the thread. Peace.